So we are going to look into why do nice people suffer. So we are going to look at some of the aspect or reasons for that. I'm going to talk about different views before breaking it down further to actionable item that we have or we can work on, and then actually get into the solution of that. So let's dive into understanding why people suffer or why they struggle in life so much. So I'm going to start with some of the world views first. So they are different school of thoughts, and they do look at this problem differently, if I can call it a problem. And if you talk to experts, typically the kind of expert you're talking to, what field that expert is related to, you will get that kind of answer or understanding or reasoning behind why this happens. So let's start with understanding what are some of the worldviews before we get into how do we translate this into real world, right? And that's the next slide that I have to talk about that. But let's start with why people suffer from worldviews with different school of thoughts. So first school of thought is theological or religious school of thought, right? Where most of our preachings or teaching, many religions say either the God or Almighty punishes us for our own good. I mean, the God does it because it is good for you. God does it because you're going to get rewarded later on, or this is something you need to go through for your own good, right? So that's the whole preamble of different religion. And when I say different religion, I don't want to offend anyone if you are religious, and I don't want to offend any of your feeling when I talk about religion at all. It's just that when you talk to religious people, you are going to hear some of these aspects. And even if you talk about some religion, they do not say God punishes you deliberately to make you better. They do say that we are in this form of life or in this world that we call earth or this universe because we have to prove ourselves to get near to the God. We are blinded by either illusions or different uh, other things basically. So I'm just providing you different perspective, and religion is one perspective where they talk about, oh, maybe we don't deserve as much, we are like all sinners. I know some religion talk about we are all sinners, and then we are either influence of Maya, which is illusion, that this body is not our body, this is not our real life. Our real life actually is with God. Whether you believe in one birth or many births or one universe or many universes, multiverses, it's a separate thing. I'm not going to address that right now. We can talk about that a little later. But religion, when typically they talk about, and I'm trying to generalize things here for easier understanding. Of course, there are different specific things with each of the religion, that is. So, but if you look at generalization, they would typically talk about God decides what's right for you. Uh, one of the thing is, okay, we all have committed sins or committing sins, but we have to go through this grind of life, and that is why we struggle. Then some people do talk about karma, the cause and effect, many people call it. People understand karmas differently. You do a good deed, you get a good deed. You do a bad deed, you get a bad deed. But even then we see, even if you do good deed, you don't get good in return all the time. And you or many people ask question whether do karma really exist. And then when people have such questions, then many of the answers that are given, or some of the answers we given, are that, oh, you would have done karma, bad karma in your previous birth or before you were born. So you're still basically going through the results of that. So karma is another aspect that is told by religious people as one of the reasons why people suffer. And I'm just saying people, but it is more applicable to nice people, because if you talk about the bad people, if you talk about the narcissistic people or more of selfish people, you don't find them struggling as much, right? You find people who have wealth. They are not always the nicest people on earth. even though they have all the means, they still lack in terms of emotions and feeling for other. If we had the wealth equally distributed, we probably won't have had so much of pain and suffering in our world. Like, if you see how much money is with the top one, or yeah, top 1% of the people, you would see most of the wealth, like more than 90 or 95% wealth is with top 1% of the world. And 1% out of 8 billion people, you can see, only having more than 90% of the money. So, and many people, they do not have access to proper food, clean water, proper living standards. And you just see that there's inequality all around, right? And I'm not trying to portray a negative picture of the world, but at the same time, we can't just ignore what we see around us, even though there are so many good things about this world. And when you become spiritual, you actually you get to see and experience the goodness of life and universe, not just within this body, but beyond this body as well. And then the other argument that is given by religious people or theosophical people, and I think this is not a theological reason, it's, I would say, theosophical, mostly, actually, um, theistic view, is that God knows the best. God knows what is best for you. Leave it out on God. Just trust the God. Just trust your Almighty, no matter which God you believe in, no matter who you worship or who you pray to, but just trust. That's something that is being told by religious people. I'm not going to argue whether it is right or wrong right now. We can argue that little later. I'm just trying to give you a different perspective. Before we get into the arguments or solution, we are just trying to understand perspective. So first is theosophical or religious perspective. The other is sociological perspective. If you talk to sociologists or even psychologists, they will talk about these reasons, like uh, the bad everyone has. If someone had seen poverty in the childhood, or they are still seeing that, they have seen inequality when it comes to how they were brought up, whether it was gender inequality, whether it was social or economic inequality, whether it was inequality within the house, like giving love to one kid, parent loving one kid more than the other kid. It could be anything, but that is something that is uh, invariably told by many people as one of the reasons for us having a particular way of thinking, which leads to us suffering. The other thing is being subject to racism, sexism, or a competitive culture that we have in many circumstances. What happens, and you might be wondering, do they really cause us to suffer, or nice people to suffer? If you look at these from the perspective of the sociologist, right? They would say these are things that actually change the way you think. They do impact the way you think, and that actually uh, results in you behaving in a certain way, which can cause more suffering. So if you have seen poverty, you probably would be uh, more tuned towards money, or you might be always trying to save, or you act in a different way, or you put money over something else, which may be something which can bring you happiness. And we can talk about it a little later on as well. First, let's go through the reasons that we see different school of thought that we have. Third school of thought is psychological reasons, right? It's kind of upbringing that we had, protectionism of our parents. Like, if we are told, don't do this is wrong, this is bad, we are told all these things from the moment we are born, right? We are always put into some filter or prism. We are always given that prism by our society, our family, people around us, relatives, friends, and we think of our life in a particular way based on the kind of people that we have. Then we at times become dependent on people. Um, we at times have gone through tortures, traumas, and things like that, and they also cause a lot of impact on how we think. Those Each of those things can cause a problem and can actually play a vital role in how we act in a real world, or how we act in specific situation, or with different people. The other school of thought that we're going to talk about, worldview we're going to talk about, is spiritual reasons. And when you talk to spiritual people, they can give you a series of different responses for why we struggle. They can tell you that, oh, you know what, each one of us agreed to what we go through. We had this uh, pact, or uh, agreement with nature, with God, that I'm going to go through this life. This is what we signed up for. I will have these many problems so that I can achieve something, the objective of my life. So they typically would say, it is what we have agreed to. So you should not really be concerned about that. You should not only look at suffering or why you're suffering. Just know that it is something you signed up for, and this is something for your own good. So they try to kind of give you some level of satisfaction in the fact that you are here for based on your agreement. The other thing that spiritual people talk about is, you know what, when you identify with body and when you have outward focus, it brings suffering. Whether you relate it with illusion, whether you relate with materialistic world, they always talk about the inner world. So spiritual people will always say, the more you talk about the outside world, the more you talk about this body and this physical world, the more you will suffer. And that is one of the things they talk about as a reason for suffering. The other say, and some of the spiritual people say that as well, is, you know what, there's actually no suffering. They'll say all that you're going through is illusion, is kind of a dream that you're watching. So when you're watching a dream, you think you're going through something, but that is not true. You're just going through this illusion. We are in different layers of body. We are in different layers of realization, and this level of realization is basically think making you think that you suffer, but you are actually not suffering. So these are some of the worldviews that, if you go to expert, they will give you as reasons for why people suffer.